In this video, we are going to talk about 10 simple habits of millionaires. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to How to Make Money Top 10 Videos channel and ring the bell for our future updates. Billionaires are those who have accumulated great wealth without relying on a large inheritance or trust fund. Self-made millionaires start with nothing and build their fortunes over time, starting with basic money skills like budgeting before moving on to saving and investing. Millionaires' money habits are routines that everyone can learn from, regardless of their financial situation when they start their financial path. These are individuals and couples that started with very little, Dogs told CNBC Select. They started working right out of high school and worked their way up the corporate ladder, while others graduated college with barely $50. Here are 7 financial habits that the wealthiest self-made billionaires have adopted and that you may follow. Number 10. Millionaires think long-term. Keith argued that there are 5 distinct categories of people in our culture that should be taken into account. In this world, there are many different types of people: the poor, the very poor, the middle class, the rich, and the extremely rich. Others who are really poor think on a daily basis, whereas people who are poor think on a weekly basis. Affluent people are more concerned with the future than the middle class, who is concerned with the month-to-month. Very wealthy people plan their lives from decade to decade, and they have a lot of money. I invite you to take a deep breath and pause for a moment to consider your options. What method do you use to tackle the activities that you have to perform in your daily life? Do you think in terms of the day-to-day, the month-to-month, or the year-to-year? What are your priorities? Anyone wishing to become a millionaire must put in a lot of effort and time into their preparations before they can succeed. Millionaires make plans for the long term, rather than just for what will happen today or tomorrow. In accordance with Keith's recommendations, you are encouraged to set goals and make plans for them over an extended period of time. Therefore, you are compelled to consider your financial situation, investments, and overall level of responsibility in terms of money. What kind of picture do you have in your head of where you want to be in 5, 10, 20 years or more in the future? Currently, do you feel content with where you find yourself in your life? Otherwise, what actions do you need to take to make a difference in your future self? Number 9. Millionaires talk about ideas. Millionaires spend a significant amount of time discussing ideas, rather than discussing items or individuals. As opposed to discussing ideas, the middle class spends a significant amount of time talking about people and things. These are some strong statements. Those who are big talk about ideas, those who are normal talk about objects, and those who are small talk about other people. To be sure, changing your thought process will not happen overnight, but it will take time. Millionaires invest a significant amount of time and energy in the process of brainstorming new ideas. When working on a task, they take into consideration alternative ideas. Millionaires are creative thinkers who come up with new ideas and put them into action. It is possible that you will need to change your mentality in order to advance to the next level. Instead of discussing the impossibility of something, talk about the possibility of it. Make a statement about being able to instead of saying you cannot. In place of the phrase, I should, use the phrase, I will. Finally, stop moaning and groaning. Complaining is a complete and utter waste of time. In fact, you'll find that, the more you complain, the more problems you'll come across to whine about. Stop cursing yourself and start expressing gratitude in a variety of different ways. Concentrate on the things for which you are grateful. You could gain a great deal from life lessons. Number 8. Millionaires embrace change. The coronavirus, which is afflicting many of us right now, may have caused certain modifications in your everyday routine, which you may have observed. Positive change is welcomed by most people, but the virus is causing a great deal of it. The majority of the changes are seen negatively by the middle class as a whole. Millionaires feel that all change, both good and bad, is helpful to them and that they should embrace it. Learning to deal with change is a must for millionaires who want to achieve success. Their enthusiasm for change stems from their recognition that it brings with it new potential for growth. People that are insecure do not like to change their routines. People that are confident are open to new experiences. To acquire confidence, you must put in the effort and plan ahead of time. A person's self-confidence rises as a result of investing a significant amount of effort in improving themselves. In this competition, you are not competing against anybody else but only against yourself. A confident individual believes that they are capable of dealing with any situation and achieving any goal that they set for themselves. Number 7. Millionaires take calculated risks. Because they don't take risks, the middle class is stuck in a rat race of laboring from paycheck to paycheck. This does not imply taking a risk on the spur of the moment. Rather, millionaires take calculated risks. Taking a risk instills fear in anyone, whether they are middle class or millionaires. Before taking a chance to overcome their fear, a millionaire educates themselves. The millionaire takes a chance and is aware of the implications if he or she fails. Go for it if you can deal with the worst-case scenario and it gets you closer to your goals. If you can't live with the worst-case scenario and it doesn't move you closer to your goals, don't do it. Number 6. Millionaires continually learn and grow. According to Keith, the majority of millionaires he knows spend their time reading. Many people have a sizable book collection. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of our time, reads about 500 pages per day. In a year, Bill Gates reads 50 books. Year after year, both of these men appear on Forbes's list of the world's wealthiest people. Books are inexpensive and provide a wealth of information. We are not talking about the most recent romance novel, either. Hundreds of wealthy autobiographies, finance, investing, and business books are accessible. Number 5. Millionaires work for profits. People work for a living, whereas millionaires work for a living. A person who works for a living has enough money to live on, but it is difficult to achieve financial independence. Millionaires are aware of this and work for profit. Buying something and then selling it for a higher price result in profits. Many millionaires make their living as salespeople. 90% of people who earn more than $100,000 work in sales, according to estimates. Number 4. They wake up early. It all starts with waking up before 6 a.m. if you want to learn the secrets of the billionaire mind. This was one of the most constant tendencies discovered among millionaires. According to one survey, nearly half of millionaires get up at least 3 hours before their workplace begins. Why would you want to do that? Because you're less likely to be disturbed early in the morning. No one will contact or text you, there will be no meetings, and you will not be bombarded with emails. It's all about you right now. As a result, the first 2 hours after getting up are commonly referred to as the golden hours. Number 3. They invest. Doug says his clients have established investing plans, whether it's in stocks, bonds, or exchange-traded funds, once they've built up an emergency fund, ETFs. He recommends automating a cash transfer from your checking account to an investment account on a monthly or bi-weekly basis. This way, you won't have to remember to invest manually, and you'll be able to learn to live on the money you have. Number 2. They utilize tax deductions. When possible, Doug's clients attempt to reduce the amount of taxes they pay. Everything from retirement plan investments to home mortgage interest, charitable contributions, student funding, and health savings accounts can be used to save money on taxes. Make sure you're enrolled in plans and programs that can provide you with various advantages, Doug advises. This is an area where consulting a financial and tax specialist is beneficial. Number 1. They avoid debt. One of the most widespread misconceptions is that average millionaires regard debt as a tool. Not true. They save up for something they can't afford, then pay cash for it later. Car payments, student loans, and same as cash financing programs aren't in their lexicon. That is why they are able to win by using money. Because they owe no money to the bank, every dollar they earn is theirs to spend, save, and gift. Debt is the most significant impediment to wealth accumulation. That is something we tell everyone. It's something you should avoid like the plague. Your aspirations are far too essential. I hope you enjoyed our video. Please let us know in the comments area below. Thank you for being with us. Please like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell before leaving. Thank you for watching How to Make Money Top 10 video channel.